Well, it's Friday the 3rd of July, it's the afternoon, and I've come out into the garden. I've done a little bit of weeding, put some weed killer down on the patio because the weeds just keep coming through. It's very strange where you struggle with everything else with this dry weather that the weeds have no problem. They just turn up and grow anywhere and everywhere. It's been a bit of a struggle to keep everything moist in the garden with this dry weather. I've been watering most days when it's been necessary, and almost straight away the compost in the pots and everything is going extremely dry. So what I wanted to do in this vlog is to just go around the garden, and we'll look at some of the flowers that I've either planted myself or I've brought and put into the garden, and I'm going to attempt to name some of them, although my memory isn't very good. So I have got some of the seed packets here to just jog my memory a little bit as we go along, and the ones that I don't remember or haven't got a clue, as we look at them when I put the video together, I will put something along the bottom of the video. I've got a camera on the bird feeder at the moment, an action camera, because it's now been just over a month. The 1st of July was when I first saw the great spotted woodpecker in the garden, and it's still coming. This morning, first thing, the adult one was on the feeder, and then later this morning I saw the juvenile on the feeder. As I said in the last vlog, I think that there have been 3 juveniles that have visited the garden, the adult male, but I've not seen the female at all. I've got nothing in the greenhouse now except for the tomatoes. We'll just put the camera down there, and as I do move the camera around, I'm going to have it in my hand. I've got a tripod fitted to it, a short tripod, which I'll try to put down when we're looking at some of the flowers. We'll just see how it goes. So here are the tomatoes, and I was late planting these or putting them in the bag, and there are some tomatoes growing on them. There's a couple on that one. I've seen a couple on the bottom of that one as well, but they're not growing very fast. And again, I'm watering these twice a day, and it just seems to be hard work keeping them with plenty of moisture. Later today I will put some feed in the water as well. Now I'll just swing the camera around a little bit this way, and there you can see this bed here. You can see all the colour on it, and I don't know whether my finger will point to there is where the feeder is, and the camera, there's a great tit chick on there at the moment, and there's been a lot of sparrows in the garden today. Last week, after the thunderstorms that we had them 2 or 3 times, and torrential rain, it knocked all the roses down. So I had to come out into the garden and lift the roses up and tie around them with some string. But they're flowering really well. A little bit difficult to get through the bottom here, but I'll see what I can do. I tied those, but they need tying a bit tighter again. There's my potatoes that are down the bottom of here. These are drying out so quick again. It's a job to keep them wet, moist. I don't remember the names for any of the roses, but they're doing okay. They need deadheading again. There'll be some more rhubarb to pick again soon, and I won't make jam again because I managed 7 pots of jams the last time. These will be for a crumble. Lots of flowers coming on the beans now, but they're a poor display to what I've had in previous years. The peas, we've had 2 lots of peas already. There's more to be picked, which I'll do tomorrow morning. Strawberries have now got flowers on them. crawl out through here. As you can see, the well, I've been putting so much water on the potatoes, but they just need pulling up now. And the heavy rain as well has just knocked all the broad beans down. So I'll be picking a few more of them later today. Here's the raspberry cane. There's nothing coming on there yet, although I have just seen a few flowers starting to form along the top. So hopefully we'll get some. Or there's one just starting to form there, but again it's so dry. The cherries have been a disappointment. There's nothing to have off them. There are a few apples forming. If I go down by here, just see some pears forming on the tree there, but not many. And although the plums were doing very well on here, I think because it's been so dry, a lot of them are just falling off. Hopefully we'll get some off them. So here we go. We'll start down here with the flower bed. And first thing we got here, and I'm going to try to zoom in on this camera, might lose a bit of quality, but it is the cosmos. These are ones that I planted from seed. A lot of them have flowered early this year on the back garden. Another one there. Some more there. And if we go to the right here, some more cosmos. This is the Clarkia. Brought us here because you can see a lot of the colours here. The purple, the more pinky colour, fuchsia colour, and then there's the white one. These are ones that I grew from seed, so I've got them all the way along the bottom here. And then this is where I'll have to check the name here. I think, if I'm correct, this is Dianthus. So there's a few of them across here, and that's a beautiful red colour. Some more cosmos here coming. Some more roses by there. Here, again you can see more of the Clarkia. First time last year to grow it, and I liked it so much I grew a lot of it this year because it brings a lot of different colour to the garden. And there you've got the cosmos, the Dianthus and the Clarkia together. And if I bring the camera down here, this is the Nemesia, which I planted from seed, and then there's another one there of a different colour. And across here there's Nemesia again in a yellow, and then across here again there's one in an orange and a pinky colour red. At the back here we've got I'll call them Snapdragon for now, I can't remember the proper name, which I grew last year, and they've come back again this year, and there's some more there, the red. I missed these two out here. I'm not sure what they are, but this just bushes up everywhere, and this one here, but I will find out what they are. Then here, where the trellis is, we've got some more Clarkia, Nemesia, some of these. Forgot what they are now, but I'll have to check up the name on those. Then here This is what I would call the bed that's at the end of the garden, the lawn and the patio. Again, as you can see, there are some roses, red, pink, and here's some of the weed that just seems to do okay. I don't know what it is. Keep pulling it up. This is lavender, which I grew from seed last year, and it's nice to see that's coming through. The cosmos is just about dying off here already. Some more Clark here at the back. Cosmos by here, with Clark here behind, the pink, the purpley coloured one. Marigolds, which I actually brought from the garden centre. Petunia, mixed with geranium, which I planted from seed, and some Nenesia, lilies, some more Nenesia. Some of it has grown bigger than others. And the dahlias, which really are struggling with the hot weather. Here, Cosmos, Nenesia, Clarkia, some marigolds. Same all the way along here. Foxglove's just about finished. And I've forgotten what these are called, but I brought these from the garden centre. Some nice orange ones there. Some more dahlia. And it's supposed to be lilac, I suppose, but it looks more like white now. And a yellow one there. So that gives an idea of what the flowers are like here in the back garden, which is where I concentrate mostly with. Now, as we come to the front garden, again, it's been a struggle to get anything to survive here, but it's looking okay now. Got the Cosmos, which is much taller up the front. A lot of it has not come out yet. Clarkia, Marigold, Snapdragon, which I planted from seed. There's a purple one, there's a yellow one by there, and a white one by there. There's a delphinium there, that's the second year it's been in the garden, but it's not come to anything really. Another Cosmos, much taller, but still only one flower on the top. We've had a lot of wind, an awful amount of wind, and so it's sort of, well, I swapped this one once already and it's just damaging the plants. They're drying out very quick. And then when we come to the right hand side of the house, you'll see that the Cosmos are better on this side than the other side of the house. But the strangest thing that I've noticed is that These are meant to be the seashell ones, they're called. If you come to here, you can see that there's 4 out on that one. One's died already, but 3 there and 1 up there. And you can see the circular shape of the petals, which is what this is meant to be. But I've noticed that on this other flower that's on here, it's just like an ordinary cosmos. So that's like a mixture of the two. Some more Clarkia there. Clarkia there. We're back out at the back, and I did forget to show before the sweet peas. It's been a very poor year for them again, but they are just starting to come out in these 2 pots here, which are the ones which my grandson helped me to plant. It's the buddleia coming out really well again now. Usually by the end of July, August, that'll get covered with butterflies. I have seen a butterfly this morning or this afternoon flitting about, but nothing much on there at the moment at all. So that's about it for this vlog really, because there's nothing to do except for the maintaining with watering, weeding, mowing the lawn, and then getting the peas or beans, pulling potatoes up. So I will add just a little bit more on the vlog to do with the birds in the garden. I put the sunflower hearts feeder back on there yesterday morning, I think it was, and it is getting attacked by a lot of starlings to start with, or the jackdaws. But once they've cleared off, it has drawn some goldfinch into the garden, a greenfinch this morning, but they still seem to be hesitant to come down onto the feeder. Maybe once it's been out a little bit longer, they get used to coming back into the garden, they will land on there again. It's mainly blue tits, grey tits. That's what's coming on there at the moment. Blue tits. Yesterday, and I will have a picture of this on YouTube. My daughter was with me in the kitchen. We were watching out in the garden really, and she said, "Oh, what's that just come by the window?" Flew between us and next door and across the garden. It landed on the fence just here behind me, and it was the sparrowhawk. So I managed to get a photograph of it on a very small video before I came out to chase it off, because I didn't want it to pounce on the woodpecker if the woodpecker came into the garden. This is just one of those places, it's too hot to be standing in here really, but it's one of those places where you can just stand or sit if I wanted to. I can see so much going on in the garden, and it gives me pleasure. That's what it's all about. Enjoying a garden, enjoying the plants, the vegetables, watching them grow and picking them and maintaining them, and watching the birds coming in onto the feeder. That's enough rambling from me. See you in the next vlog.